The problem was this, I didn't even know it had one. It's got a tilt sensor. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to get the Triumph buttoned up in this video, get this project completely finished and done so it's back on the road, and then we can crack back on with the Harley project, which we're waiting for some parts on. So I'm Dino, welcome back to Patch's Repair Shop. Let's crack on. So we're going to start by changing the oil and filter, because I don't know the last time it was done. So just draining the oil, or old oil filter off, new one on, grease the seal, and I always fill the new oil filter back up with oil. I think that's best practice really. And just pop in some fresh oil back in the bike, and I won't attempt to run it up until the time comes, because I need to get the radiator off now and have a little look at the radiator and see what's going on there. So the radiator's a bit crusty around the edge. It's not damaged, it's not leaking or anything like that, just the paint started to flake off and it looks a little bit manky. So while we've got all the fairing off, I'm just going to whip the radiator off and give it a quick rub down and get it painted up. So cue the mess as we take the bottom hose off. There it goes. Coolant looks nice, in nice condition, but obviously we'll put some fresh stuff in once the radiator's all painted up. So we've got the radiator on the bench now, so I've just sped the footage up a little bit for you guys. I'm sure you don't want to see me stripping a load of bolts off of a radiator, so just removing the cooling fan. And as you can see, it's just a bit manky around the edges. It wasn't leaking, it's not damaged or anything like that. So just removing the clips there that hold the bolts for the coolant fan. Or sorry, I've got the captive nuts in for the coolant fan. And just whip the rad cap off and just going over it, giving it a scrape off and a little bit of a rub down everywhere. Just get some of that manky old flaky paint off. And then I'll whiz it outside and give it a quick primer and a quick coat of some satin black or something like that. Okay, got a couple of little breather pipes on there. Excuse me if I've just blocked the camera view. Oh, that's tight. Right. We'll go ahead and wash that out. So, if we just try and lift the pipe, hopefully you can see. Lift the pipe, get some WD in there. There we go. So we'll just change the plugs. So see if we can just get these plugs off. 1, 2, 3. Give the coil packs a little twist. Hopefully they don't break off, and then see if I twist and pull. No. try lifting them with these. Don't really want to be levering off of anything. Everything looks good, so just in case, let's put it. Little cable's just in the way there. 2, 3. Nice and dry down in the plug holes. I don't know if you guys can see that. So get a plug spanner. It's all a bit minging. I might get a bit of cleaner on here in a second. Let's get that out of the way. So I've just jumped ahead a bit, guys. I've got the new spark plugs back in. They don't need gapping or anything. Okay, so these are the old ones. So new set of NGK plugs in there. Give the coil packs a wipe down. I've degreased the top of the rocker cover, cleaned up all the breather pipes, given it all a good wash down in there, scrub down, and then put it all back together. So that's looking a lot better, and the plugs are all replaced. So I've gone ahead and cleaned out the airbox, so given that a good wash out as well. So we can pop this back on. So we'll just replace the airbox, get that back in, get the new air filter in, cleaned out, gave this gauze filter a wash out here. Just giving everything a clean up as we go along, basically. Now, a top tip for me would be, when you are replacing spark plugs, obviously replace them like for like, whatever the manufacturer's spec is, but also make sure that the boxes aren't damaged. You don't want the end of the plug or any part of the plug to be cracked or damaged. It's just going to cause you a world of pain, and then you could potentially end up down a rabbit hole trying to work out why your engine is misfiring or playing around. So always double check that the plugs are in good nick before you replace them. So that's the airbox back in. Got a new air filter here. So that's going to go in, not that way, Dino. Yep, so that new air filter is going to go in that way. So that's the new air filter in. Make sure that there's no, look at that bit of cardboard. Oops, where's that come from? So no other debris in there. So we can pop the top back on. The ECU sits on top of the airbox, so, and it's obviously covered in grime because everything appears to be covered in grime. That one clips on there. Sensor there. Little bracket for the top. Beautiful. Air filter, spark plugs changed, bit of cleaning done. Just spotted the top airbox bolt I haven't put in yet, so let's pop that in now. So we're going to stick the rad back on next, guys, fill it with coolant. But while we're here, if you've made it this far, don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button. Comment if you can. We have got a target of 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, and I think we're nearly at 700, a couple of subscribers away from 700. So that would be a big plus, guys. It's completely free of charge. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you can, go ahead and watch some of our other videos. We've got an ongoing Harley project, which is my daily, if you like. So guys, apologies, I again skipped ahead. The weather's taken a turn for the worse, so just started to press on without hitting record. So just getting the radiator back on. Trying to work out where all the clips for the hoses and everything came from. Always my favourite job. I like to keep Jubilee clips hidden, the fasteners hidden out of the way if I can. And these don't appear to be particularly nice ones either. So I think I'll get the tank back on now, so it's not sitting on the floor, getting damaged. And then we'll have a look at getting the front end back together. And then that should, yeah, pivot on there. So I've got the bleed screw open on the other side of the radiator. So let's just get this antifreeze in. Make sure nothing's leaking. In fact, I wonder if there's a bleed on the top of the water pump as well. Let's have a look. This isn't pure water, by the way, it's just transparent antifreeze, which seems a bit weird, really. Stand the bike up straight. There it goes, that gurgled a load through. Let's move you guys a bit closer. So, radiator's on, coolant's in, oil and filter plugs, air filter done. We've got all the front end to build back up, but I just wanted to run it up. I think I've got everything plugged in. So let's see if she will still start. Everything's loose. It's a good start. It's in neutral. That's on. Does the side stand affect it? I don't think it did. No. Nothing. What have I got unplugged? Right. Let's try again. I think I've sussed it. Splendid. Let me show you guys what it was. It threw me for a minute. So It's always got a C-Tech charger on it. I've got to pack up now, the weather's gone crappy. But I just want to run it up and get the coolant bled through, get it up to temperature, get those tank bolts in. That's a lie. Find those tank bolts and put them in. I couldn't work out what it was. Battery voltage was good, 13.2. It's always got a C-Check charger on it. I quickly went through the side stand switch, that was okay. The problem was this, I didn't even know it had one. It's got a tilt sensor. This is all unbolted because of the accident, so that was hanging down there. You see it's got up written on it. I've just quickly cable tied it back into place, and as you just heard, it fired straight back into life. So happy days. I'm going to run it somewhere where the neighbours can't hear it, which is just up the road a little bit, which makes it sound I'm going to ride it like it is. I'm not. I'm just going to push it around the corner basically to a quiet space and run it up, because Sunday afternoon I don't want a bike running on the driveway. So let's go and get that done. Little present from World of Triumph. Invoice. Keep all of those so that we can let you guys see how much it's cost to get it back on the road. Had a bit of trouble getting one of these. Couldn't find a used one anywhere. Ended up getting one from World of Triumph, which effectively is just like buying from a Triumph main dealer, I suppose. So this is the new bracket for the Speedo housing. So I think we'll get that on now. Right guys, that's it for this video. The radiator's back on, exhaust studs are changed, exhaust nuts are changed, engine service is completed, and I do apologise that I appear to have a complete inability to get a project done and out in one video, and now this is going to go into a third part where we put all the fairings back on, so I do apologise for that. Speedo head brackets back on, and she's all run up to temperature, so it's all good news. And don't think we've got any warning lights on. Let's not jinx it. So thanks for watching this far guys. If you have, don't forget to hit subscribe. I'm Dino, thanks for watching Patch's Repair Shop, and I'll see you next time.